Hello and welcome to another episode of SWEN. We got some great news you're gonna want to hear, so stick around. Unfortunately, we have no main news for you this week, so we're gonna kick things off with Question of the Week with Jack.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Question of the Week. My name is Jack, and today I'm going to be going around the cafeteria and the library a little bit, asking everybody if they had a time machine and they could go anywhere in history or the future, where, or should I say when, would they go? So, without further ado, let's get into this. So come on. I'm here with Tom. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing awesome. So if you had a time machine, you could go back in time to any era in history. Where you going?
The 1920s.
Nice. Why?
I would make alcohol during the Prohibition.
Gangsta Tom. That's awesome.
I'm definitely going to go to the future. I'm just going to go see what it's like, see if, what's happening in the future when I'm not around, like farther in the future.
Okay, so like thousands of years?
Yeah, definitely thousands of years.
I would go back to 2017 so that I could give all the knowledge I know now to my 6-year-old self, and then my 6-year-old self would be where I am now, but like at 8, so I would graduate at like 12.
Probably travel back to World War II to learn about some history.
Nice. Is there any specific like country you'd go to, any areas like that particularly interest you?
Russia.
I would definitely go back to the 2000s.
Nice. Why the 2000s?
Just because, I was born in like 2010, and being like born around the 2000s would be a little cooler because it was a cool era.
I would go to 1431 to save Joan of Arc because, she was pretty cool.
Nice. What about you, Aiden?
1881, so I can clean the tools used on President James Garfield that got him killed by infecting his wounds.
He also got shot by Charles Guiteau.
Save President Garfield!
I have to say the 1970s, mostly because I am a huge fan of Fleetwood Mac, and I'd love to see them start up, go all the way back in the 70s. They have such good music, and I'd really like to hear them in concert live if I was in the 70s.
Nice. Fleetwood Mac's great. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
Texas.
Nice. Like during the Old West?
Yep.
Awesome.
To see Abraham Lincoln.
Nice. Why?
I heard he was a tall guy. I like tall people. I think we would get along,
Wow. That was awesome. Thanks so much to everybody who came on. Now, real quick, before we wrap up, I'd like to answer the question for myself. If I had a time machine and I could go anywhere, I would honestly, really like to go to Philadelphia, 1776, see the signing of the Declaration of Independence. That would be pretty awesome to, just to be there in one of the most important moments in American history. That would be really, really rad. But that's going to have to wrap it up for Question of the Week. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks again to everybody who came on. Until next time, I will see you on the flip side. Back to you, Chaplain.
Awesome segment, Jack. Now here's a brand new Beat Lab with Joey.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Beat Lab. Today we're going to be talking about the Grammys. The Grammys have the category of Best Rap Album, and it was made in 1996. For this one, I'm just going to talk about the albums that won the award, and if there's any albums that I was like, maybe this should have won, or this would have been nice to see win. For the first 4 years, which is 1996 to 1999, here's just the winners. And now I'll cover the albums that won between 2000 and 2014. And again, if there's any albums that I thought, oh, this should have won or it would have been nice to see, then I'll show them as well. Here's that. And that's it for Beat Lab. And for the next episode, I'll discuss the winners between 2015 to 2025, which is the most recent one. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye-bye.
Awesome job. Lastly, here's recommendations with Jack and Joey. Ooh.
What's up, everybody? And welcome to Recommendations. I am Jack.
And I am Joey.
So, without further ado, let's get into this. For motion picture, I recommend Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves.
Wow.
Super fun, highly entertaining sword and sorcery heist movie with great characters and awesome comedy. I totally recommend it. It's got a bunch of heart, a bunch of humor, bunch of entertainment value. Definitely check it out. One of my favorite films of 2023.
For a film, I recommend Lilo and Stitch because the live action one's coming out this month, and I don't know if I'm just gonna see the live action one. I'm probably just gonna keep watching the original one. Go watch the original one.
For album, I recommend Slip by Quicksand. It's really awesome alternative rock music that you can headbang to. I totally recommend checking it out if you want something that's kind of like fun but aggressive at the same time. It's a really great album. Give it a listen, please. I beg you.
For an album, I recommend Lil Uzi Vert vs. the World by Lil Uzi Vert because listening to it, it's like taking a time machine back to 2016. It's so nostalgic, so great, and it's not that long. It's only 9 songs, so go listen to it.
For a video game, I recommend Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag because you can be a pirate. It's really immersive, really cool. You feel awesome playing it and like fighting enemies and stuff. I really enjoy it. It's cool to sneak around and stuff, and I'm just excited to dive further into this game and this Assassin's Creed franchise. It seems really cool.
For a game, I recommend Blade and Sorcery because it's an awesome VR game. It's one of my favorites. And if you get it on Steam, you can add mods. You can be like Spider-Man stuff, you can get lightsabers, all that Star Wars stuff, and it's cool. Go get it.
That's it for recommendations. Back to you, Senor Chaplin.
Amazing segment. That's it for this week's edition of SWEN, and we can't wait to see you next week with some more school news.